So if I was looking, we'll be looking obviously at submissions later in the mesocycle. So if I was, you know, relying on my upper body to stay on top, and I'm here, and I'm looking for that cross choke, and already Charles tied up my arm, and I'm looking for the choke, and then he starts to bridge, and I'm having to post, yeah. No, take it back a step. There's having to do a lot of stuff there to stay on top, and I'm having to let go of the choke. Whereas if I'm here and he bridges, so my lower body can take care of the bridge while my upper body hands are attacking. So if we can get that skill involved, I think it's a good ability to have. The other escape you want to be thinking about is the elbow knee escape. So again, we'll be going a lot deeper into this at the end of the mesocycle. So again, maybe I'm playing this low mount, and Carl does a little bump and makes a frame. So what he's looking to do is he's going to bring this arm across, he'll make a fist with this hand, and he'll cover it with this one. And he's going to get his elbow inside my knee. And then from there, depending on what I'm doing, he'll try to bring his leg under, escape out, put me back in guard or whatever. Maybe keep it simple. You're on me, bro. So if we haven't done this before, we'll just do a real basic version of it. You just get mine. So he's low. If he's really low, I'll bump and try to get this hand across and make that frame, and I want my elbow inside. So now from here, all I'm going to do is basically bridge and bring my knee through, and then I'll turn my hip and control the cross face and put him back in my guard. So his positions. How do I close that down? From here. Yeah. Carl bumps his hip and gets that frame across. Watch. So from here, if I try to get my hand and dig it in, I might get 2 fingers inside. And if he really keeps his elbow to the mat, it's very hard to get that. But he's pushing to create space to get his leg under. So from here, I'm going to let him push, and I'm going to raise my knee. Slow it down there, what I did. So as he pushes, I just do this. Now he's still pushing, and now from there, okay, I keep the grip and I fill the space with my knee. So now I've went from low mount to high mount, okay? That's the technique. So all you have to do. But for those that are here a little longer, you can add in the arm bar because you're here. I've already killed this arm, okay? So my right hand's going to grab the neck. I move my hip up, curl my foot under, okay? My left hand is coming through the space, and I'll find my hip, okay? I don't let go of the head, and then I'm leaning towards my legs as I step over. Find the wrist, pinch my knees, and have my arm bar. So again, I'm in a low mount. Carl makes that frame, so I need to deal with this. Just turn this around. So as he's on his side, turn on to your left side, bro. Perfect. Okay, so from there, this elbow is making pressure on the inside of my knee. I'll possibly, because it's not your arm and forearm isn't a flat object. There's a little curve on your elbow. I should be able to get a couple of fingers in there. But rather than trying to lift it, and Carl's pressuring into the inside of my knee, I dig 2 fingers in, and as he pushes, I lift my knee. And my hand keeps it there as a wedge, and then I fill the space. And because his frame is across my body, my other knee's into his armpit. So now I'm into high mount. So my right hand is going to grab the head. I slide my left knee under his armpit, and I move my weight onto that knee. This allows me to bring this foot under into S mount. I'm still controlling this head. Head movement's everything, because how does Carl get out? He can move his head this way and get his elbow to the mat. Take it back a step. So he's going to move his head. If he can move his head, he can get his elbow to the mat. So move your head, bro. Yeah, perfect. Move your head. So this control is everything. Okay. From here, now I need to dig the crook of my arm into his arm, and my left hand grabs my right hip. And now from here, to get my leg over, I just lean towards my legs and I keep that grip until I replace my hand with my foot. So the left foot controls the head, right controls the hip, and then I find the wrist, pinch my knees, and a good arm bar is he's tapping before my back hits the mat. Bad arm bar, slot machines in port rush, ka-ching, ka-ching. So I want to be making sure I'm putting tension in the arm. Here. Again, one more time of that. If you haven't been doing jiu-jitsu that long, it looks really simple. I just stick to the first part. So I'm playing low mount. Charlie gets onto the side and he digs this elbow to this side. I get 2 fingers underneath here. And rather than trying to lift this, he's pushing on the inside of my knee, trying to make pressure. Take it back a step. As he pushes on the inside of me, I pull my knee up. So again, his elbow's connected to my knee. Go. Just pull it up here. And I hold it here. And then my knee fills the space. And because this arm was across, my knee's also in this forearm. So I've went from low mount to high mount, which means I can attack either arm. So my right hand, I'm going to go and grab the neck. I put my hand on the mat, and I slide my left knee up towards his head to make a pillow, because I don't want him getting this elbow back. And now from there, I just put all the weight of my left knee to make my right light, so I can curl it around. So I'm into this S-mount position. And my right hand controls his head. Now I'm going to dig. I haven't even went for the arm yet. Car tries to get his right elbow to the mat. Very difficult. I can even hold it with 2 hands. Okay, and now I'm going to dig for the arm. So my hand comes in at the crook, and I get the crook of my arm and Carl's arm, and I grab my hip. Now to get my leg over, unless you're a freak, lean towards his legs. Then I don't let go of the head till I replace it with my hand, or sorry, with my foot. Now I let go. Charles 2 escapes. One will include moving his head out to get his elbow to the mat. It's turning into me. The other one is the hitchhiker escape and roll to his knees this way. I can close both those escapes down by putting blockades in their way. So for Car the hitchhiker escape, I'm controlling this hip. Perfect. Or to turn onto the side, his head has to move to get this elbow back. So one foot is beside the head, the other foot is beside the hip. Okay, and now from here, how do I get tension in the arm? Pinch my knees. Watch what happens. There's a loose arm. Boom. Once I pinch my knees, there's already tension in that, but my foot's still at the hip, and then I just lean back. Make sure the thumb's up. Okay, one more time on that. Again, first move is probably best for those who are doing it that long. So I'm playing the position. He gets to here. I find this elbow and I dig 2 fingers in. If he's not pressuring into my hip, I don't need to do anything. If he's not pressuring into my knee, I don't need to do anything. But if Carl's really pushing, yeah. From there, I'm just going to lift my knee and his elbow's following it. Okay. Now from there, I keep it in that position. And now I hold it there, making a wedge with my hand, and I just fill that space. So now it's right under his armpit. Find the head, make a pillow, come up, dig in. We have the armbar. Okay.